Hey guys, welcome to Cricket Fanatics Magazine, and this is your daily show. It's your Friday Q&A where I get to talk to you guys in the live chat, and I get to chat to you guys about different things that happened in South African cricket this last week. And you guys get to ask me questions and I answered it. So it's your opportunity now to ask me as many questions as you want in the live chat. If you want to be generous about it as well, you can do a super chat for me. I'll turn on the super chat right now for you in the bottom left hand corner of the live chat. There's a dollar sign that you can click on. Before we get going, before we get started with your questions, etc., you guys can please subscribe to this magazine if you haven't yet, of course, because I think 40% of you haven't subscribed. Click that subscribe button, click that notification bell for all future videos. So let's get into it. I would like to hear what you guys have to say in the comment section, because obviously a lot has happened this last week. The conclusion of the CSA T20 Challenge, who saw some excellent performers, some top performers from all around the country, of course. Everybody was in a bubble in Durban. We had some amazing performances, as I said, like I could put some of them on the screen for you right now. We had Reza Hendricks obviously topping the standings with 257 runs at an average of 36.71. It was a real great performance from the Lions. We obviously did an awesome interview, or it's not really an interview, it's more of a show with some of the Lions guys. I had the two Hendrickses, so Bjorn and Reza Hendricks on the show. We had Bjorn Fortuin on the show and Vian Mulder on the show. And we had a conversation with them. It was really interesting to get to know their comments, to get to know what they thought about the tournament, and hear some funny stories, from the guys as well. Then I also did an interview or a show with the likes of Reinhard van Tonder. I also did a show with the likes of Ryan Rickleton together. They gave us some insight into how to play in spinning conditions, some insight into Pakistan, what Reinhard learned against Sri Lanka, and all of those type of things that we learned from them. All those episodes are on the channel. I also chatted to some of the all-rounders. Now we can see over here, some of those all-rounders are on the list over here. Siabonga Mahima was one of them. He was on the show with me, and we had Marco Janssen as well on the show, as well as Tristan Stubbs and Michal Pretorius. So they came on the show. That was the first one. That's the one that's really doing well on the channel. So go ahead and look at that. But as you can see, Sander Magala obviously topped the standings with regards to this. Nabe bowled excellently as well. We had a guy obviously cover the tournament for us. He did a couple of raps, and he did some summaries of some of the standout performers in the tournament. So it's really nice to see that. But what came out of it as well is a massive story too, because this was another trophy by Themba Bavuma in the T20 competition for the Lions. Last season, we know that he scored 100 in the final to take them to the title. It was an excellent performance from Themba Bavuma. He showed his caliber in that particular tournament, and it was great to see what he can do in the T20 format. Now we know that Themba for so many years has been a very good domestic cricketer when it comes to the T20 format. That was some of his best performances over the years so far. I mean, what we really like to see is Themba really flourish as a T20 and a white ball cricketer. Now South Africa has obviously backed him. They made him the white ball captain of the Proteas. So they've obviously decided to back him, and they've said that they see the potential in Themba and what he can do. For me personally, Themba is a beacon of hope in South African cricket. I think that for the next generation of superstars that are coming through the system, it's excellent to have someone like him here as a beacon of hope. We all want that. We all need that. I mean, this country needs that. We need to be producing more Black African cricketers in this country. I mean, majority of the countries, obviously, we are people of color, of kids of color, and people of color. And the fact we're not producing a lot of people of color in this country is a little bit saddening. We really need an opportunity to be able to do something like that. We need to be promoting more and more people, of course. I want to know what you guys think of everything. Of everything that has happened so far, because Dean Elgar was also announced as the captain of the Proteas in the Test arena. Something that we all thought was going to happen anyway. I mean, I don't think anybody thought that we would see Quinton de Kock take over the captaincy with regards to Test cricket. I think that was quite a shock to many. I don't think everybody thought that, that was going to be the case. And in the end, it happened. And it was an opportunity for Quentin to show what he can do as a captain. And unfortunately, it just didn't go the way he wanted it to go. It didn't go the way he thought it could go. I mean, he struggled. He struggled to be the person that we all know he could be. I think the results didn't go his way either, and the pressure came from the media. So it is quite crazy that it has ended the way it has, and I hope it doesn't affect Quentin too much, and that he can now flourish as a player, that he can be the player that we all know he can be. Now it frees him up and gives him the ability to be able to play as best as possible. We've got Vern in the comments saying, I believe Temba will make us proud. I hope the SABC will come to the party and start showing domestic and overseas matches again. So that's going to be key, because we're all talking about how Temba's appointment as captain can really be a beacon of hope for transformation in this country, as well as the young, underprivileged kids that don't get opportunity to dream, because they look up and there's not a lot of representation for them that look like them, that has went through what they have went through, that they can look up to. And that's the problem in South Africa. Majority of cricket is quite an expensive sport, and generally speaking, it was always back in the day an elitist sport. Now it has evened out a bit more now as time has gone by. But for someone like Temba, who's gone through a very difficult childhood and upbringing, he is a beacon of hope to those young kids that are sitting there that don't even have a bat or pads or even a ball to play cricket with. Some people tape up potatoes. I'm not even joking with you. Some people tape up tennis balls. Some people don't have a bat. They play with a plank, or they play with a stick or a branch in the townships. That's what we're living with here. So to see that someone from the township can really, really become a test captain in this country, it's a dream that people can live up to. It's something that anybody can live up to. Just like America gives people that feeling of the American dream of every kid wants to become the president of the country. People dream about that. And similarly, and I'm not saying it's a similar thing. It's not similar at all with regards to that, but I'm just talking about living that dream, wishing to be something like that, and being able to see that it's possible for anybody to be able to do something like that. So let's get into some of the questions that you guys have for me. Why isn't Miller being given captaincy? He's always a sure starter in a limited overs. Has he himself refused captaincy? I don't know if Miller is the right person as captain. It's difficult for you to be able to just make a statement like that with no evidence. I want to know why you say Miller should be captain, because Miller's never been captain for the Dolphins. So they made Keshav Maharaj captain of the Dolphins. So I haven't seen Miller in a leadership role before. If you look at, you need to have some sort of leadership ability or some sort of history with leadership before you take a leadership role. I don't think you can just take anybody and make them a leader. Dean Algar is an exception to that rule. Okay, yes, Dean has captained South Africa before and as an interim, but he's an exception to that rule because of the amount of experience that he has and the results that he has for South Africa. Over the long period of time, he's been the number one opener in the world for a very long portion of his time at the crease. So at this time of his playing time, so I think Dean Algar deserves it, because at the moment he's really fought for South Africa for years. Temba Bavuma has been the captain of the Lions for a very long time now, and he's proven there that he can take the Lions to glory, and he's done it multiple occasions. So it's not just that we just picking Temba. Temba has captaincy experience. If you listen to some of the players, Ryan told me in our particular chat with me in the week, and he told me about Temba's experience as a leader and why he values Temba as a leader. I know Enoch Nkwe thinks highly of Temba as a leader as well. So that's all factors that you have to take into consideration. Miller could be given the captain in limited overs, at least what you say. I don't think so. I think Temba Bavuma is an excellent choice as captain. I think that he is the calm head that South Africa needs. And I think that he has a personality that brings people together, and he has respect amongst the domestic system. So I think that Timber is a very good choice. Khalid, we are still work in progress. We will take 4 years at least to be back at the top. Split captaincy will work. The key is we'll give Aiden Marker opportunity to become the best batsman. And yes, once Aiden becomes the best batsman, almost like Steve Smith, but I don't think Aiden will make the same mistakes as Steve Smith. But I'm saying, but almost like Steve Smith, he became the best batsman in the world, took the captaincy, everything suited him perfectly. Joe Root similarly took the captaincy, became the best batsman in the world. Similarly, Virat Kohli, the same thing. We want to see someone that can do that for South Africa again. And I think Aiden can do that in the future, but he needs to get his numbers consistently up there. He's been showing consistency now. I was very impressed with him in Pakistan. I thought that he really learned from his mistakes in India, his mistakes in elsewhere, in the subcontinent in Sri Lanka, and he's really come a long way since those turmoil times, you could say, those harder times. Those who are opposing Temba's appointment don't realize that he's being a strong performer domestically, and his captaincy for the Lions has been a trophy magnet. Bye. Bye. Think alike here. Think alike. I like it. I like it. Have you had an eyes on the CSA Women's Tournament that took place in East London? I haven't at the moment. We do have someone that is keeping up to date with all of that at the moment, and they are looking at the results over there, and they will be bringing you some pieces very, very soon to summarize what is actually happening there. I know your sister's doing exceptionally well. Just keep us up to date about that, Kobus. Landry is doing excellently in that tournament. Mabai, yeah, I think he grew up in the Langa Township near Cape Town. Yes, he did. He's one of the heroes of that area. A very difficult place to grow up. And they're always looking for opportunities to give these kids an opportunity to even play the sport. I mean, that's first and foremost. We have to look for opportunities to give kids to even play the sport, just to be able to play it competitively. We don't want to just let them play it on the streets for the rest of their lives. Given South Africa's past history, Temba is the right choice to promote the game in the far-flung areas. You're right. I think fans must realize and learn about South Africa's past. And that is very, very true. Go learn about South Africa's history before you make comments. Before you make comments about why transformation should be in place, just go ahead and go look at what South Africa had to go through, what the people of this country had to go through for so many years. People were talking about the quota system and how the quota system mustn't be in place, and why do we have a quota system? South Africa always had a quota system in cricket. Just for 100 years, it was all white. Now we're just asking for a percentage to give more people opportunity that is representative of the dynamics of this country. So South Africa always had a quota system. Just to remember that. It just was all white, 100% white before. Harley, you struck a chord with me there. Thanks for mentioning American Dream. Yeah, because I mean, the American Dream, people want that. Siya Kolisi did it for South African kids. I mean, Siya Kolisi's story is amazing. Makazola Mapimpi's story is amazing. Go ahead and watch Chasing the Sun, a documentary on the Springboks, and go look at Makazola Mapimpi's history and what he had to go through to even play the sport. Compare that. Imagine living on barely nothing to eat in the morning, waking up. Some kids are living on water some days. Some kids are living on one loaf of bread amongst a family of 6 or 7. Just think about growing up like that. You don't have equipment. You don't have a coach, but you still love the game and you want to go. You have to take 3 or 4 buses to get to training. You have to come home to a sick mother, a mother that is single, that doesn't have a job, that's looking after all of these kids. And then you have to come and look after them if you're the bigger brother. There's so many sad stories that you can hear. It's heartbreaking. And I hope that you guys get some light into how we can improve cricket from a youth levels upwards in our next issue of our magazine, which we're going to bring out on Monday. So go ahead and subscribe to the magazine and please read that so you can hear some of the stories, what these kids have to go through. Some kids have to go through to even have access to be able to play the sport. In addition, Temba looks a much better player in the short formats than he is in Test cricket. That's true. He does. He looks a lot more comfortable, and especially as a partnership with Quinton de Kock. What did he say over here? Sorry. Temba captaining ODIs could be a masterstroke. Not sure about T20s though. He's not international experience in limited overs. I know he's domestic leader, but it's different experience. I mean, so far since he's played, he's been pretty good at the domestic level, I think. And not only domestic level, internationally as well. He hasn't been too bad there either. So I think that we all were speaking about Temba opening the batting with Quinton de Kock and maybe batting at 3 in ODIs. I mean, loads of fans were talking about it. Why does it have to change now? Because he's captain. So now that he's captain, I think it will just make him a better player. Temba's the type of guy that plays better under pressure. So he's the type of guy. Now let's give him that support so that he doesn't have to play under pressure all the time, though. So that he can play with a country backing him. Imagine that, guys. Imagine that. Muller was captain of Kings Punjab in IPL before. Yeah, that's true. Dean's but you can't really take the IPL, man. Like I think taking a domestic team in South Africa is a little bit different because you're living with the guys, you're seeing the guys every day. It's long periods of time. Well, IPL is a short. The captaincy, I don't know if captaincy really makes a difference in IPL as much as it will make in a whole season or in domestic cricket. I don't know because you kind of come together for one tournament and then you split up again. You know, you don't live with these guys. You don't have an influence on these guys' career for the rest of their lives. It's different, you know. What Temba's done for the younger kids in the Lions setup, it's brilliant. Dean's nomination was justified as well. A captain, SA before in Test, brings lots of experience to the table and knows what it is to perform under pressure. Only getting better from the year onwards. And it's nice because of his age right now. So he can captain this Proteas for the next 3 years. And then he can groom the next captain. And then he can also help youngsters to settle in. What I like about Dean is his personality is very not relatable, but it's something that clicks with youngsters. He gets along very well with the younger guys. And I like that. And I think that he'll be the perfect guy to take the Proteas forward and bring the newer guys in. I thought, yes, Aiden Markham would have been excellent, but I think it's a little bit too much pressure right now, straight away for Aiden to be captain. Let him get some form and let him get some being in charge of some good victories for South African cricket. The key is both captains have plenty of experience of playing cricket. That's very true. At the beginning, Quinton de Kock was compared a lot to Gilchrist in tests. But of late, it's been Pant's aggressive and smart. See what I did there? Batting that has reminded me of Kelly's defining knocks. Very true. Rishabh Pant has always been a very exciting player to me, personally. I've always enjoyed his batting, etc. Guys, I want you to smash this video, smash the like button on this video, comment, share, subscribe, get involved over there, please. We need to be trending, of course. I want to be trending everywhere. Let's get Cricket Fanatics Magazine trending. Let's get Cricket Fanatics Magazine more subscribers. We're so close to 2,000 subscribers, guys. So come on. If you're in South Africa specifically, every South African person should be watching our shows, man. Guys, let's get there. Let's get there. We've got Dex. You guys said the same thing to back Quinton when he was appointed as a captain. Has he been sacked? I don't remember saying that necessarily. I think my message from my side was always clear, that Quinton de Kock was always going to be temporary captain until they take over the final appointment. Now, I think that people thought that Quinton will handle the captaincy a lot better. I think that if it wasn't COVID and we weren't going from bubble to bubble, Quinton would have handled the captaincy a lot better if he could live his normal lifestyle that he's used to. I think there was a lot of pressure around him. And I think being in a bubble and not being able to express himself like he knows he can, that put some pressure on him as a person and a human being and mentally. Quinton was announced as an interim captain when he was talked as the test captain. He was never supposed to be the permanent captain. It was always supposed to be until someone comes in and someone gets an opportunity. Even I think for the white ball cricket as well, it was always to be found a permanent replacement across all formats. I think that with Temba Bavuma's experience and with Dean Algo's experience, we've got the best captains that we can possibly get. But guys, thanks a lot for tuning in. I hope you enjoyed this quick Q&A session. We will come back on a Friday next week. Again, come prepared with your questions beforehand. Let's get involved with those type of things. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Don't forget to subscribe to this channel and click the notification bell. Like, comment, and share as well. Don't forget to subscribe to the magazine. It's free. All the issues are free. Even go back to the issue about Temba Bavuma, where he speaks about wanting to take more responsibility as a player. The links are on the screen. If you click on the link, you'll go through to a little landing page where you subscribe. Once you subscribe, you'll have access to every single back issue. Just a click away. So go ahead and check that out. Go to cricketfanaticsmag.com for all your updates as well. Abai did some excellent articles over there. We have a great piece on Temba Bavuma as well. We've got a lot of content coming out this coming week because the magazine is launching on Monday. So we want the new issue. We're working on the new issue currently to bring to you guys. Please get involved with the Patreon as well, guys. It helps us stay afloat and helps us keep producing content, and it helps us producing better content as well and growing. And you can become part of this community by doing so. You become part of the family. You even get instant access to me on the Discord server. So go in the link on the screen, click that, or in the description, you'll find all the links there. Guys on Facebook that are watching this, go over to our YouTube channel and please subscribe there, because this is where we do majority of our shows. We have a daily show, we have a podcast show, we have an Offside Baden show, which is an all-women's podcast, and we have exclusive content, exclusive interviews, etc., which we will bring to you again this week as well. So guys, thanks a lot for watching. We'll see you guys again very, very soon. Take care, everyone.